and thanks for staying with us. Goods worth billions of naira has been intercepted by the Federal Operation Unit Zone A in Lagos. Also on customs reports, the newly appointed area controller in charge of Tinkan Island Customs Command speaks on clearance of consignment at the port. Plus, more reports. I am Igiseme Idinye. Stay tuned. The Tinkan Customs Command has generated a total of 62 billion naira for the Federation in the last 2 months. The newly appointed area controller disclosed this in Lagos, so that the customs block all revenue leakages to collect appropriate duties and meet the target of 354 billion naira in 2018. However, he said that customs will soon harmonize its database for all imported vehicles into the country. He said that with the deployment of Nigeria Integrated Customs Information System NICIS 2 platform, the database of all imported vehicles will now be automated, making it possible for various customs submissions to have a unified value on all imported vehicles coming into the country.
The media has over the years proven to be a critical segment of the global world in consideration of their role to national development. It is therefore suffice to say that the role of the media cannot be overemphasized. It is on the basis of this that shortly after my assumption, I had sought to meet with you earlier than now to seek ways of strengthening the existing relationship between the service and the command and the media, and to seek for your cooperation and support. Generally speaking, I have been fully briefed on the enormous cooperation that you extended to my predecessors, which ultimately gave him the needed impetus to excel through your very constructive, professional, and investigative reportage of our activities. Thank you so much. Our mission includes trade facilitation, revenue collection, national security, and capacity building. Trade facilitation. We are committed to contributing to the economic growth and competitiveness through trade facilitation and ease of doing business initiative of the federal government by making custom process and procedures more efficient to enable lower transaction costs. Lower transaction costs for business, as well as achieve competitiveness in economic productivity, growth, and improving the standard of living of our people in the country. We are to provide coordinating roles in the ease of doing business initiative of the federal government. As part of the trade facilitation effort, we are aware of the 48 hours cargo clearance time. We have therefore deployed the time release studies as performance indicators to guide our performance. Other issues contribute to this include transport efficiency, efficient infrastructure, which is of course beyond us. We are deploying a software to handle the remaining part of the export procedure automation. It will enable records of non-oil export, agricultural products, and other manufactured products. Dispute resolution. Part of what is endemic in this operation is the issue of dispute resolution. Before my coming, prior to this time, the Dispute Resolution Committee was meeting twice a week to deliberate on conflict arising from valuation, classification, par issues, etc. However, on assumption and as a pointer to our renewed enthusiasm for trade facilitation, I have directed that all issues arising from dispute must be attended to with dispatch.
The investigation also revealed that the clearing agent had on several occasions complained about lack of database of all consignment that comes into the country regards to clearance of vehicles in the country.
Security. As part of our strategic responsibility, economic and social protection, including national security, we shall contribute in the fight against terrorism, interception of illicit, dangerous, unsafe, and counterfeit goods, capacity building. Of course, to serve you better, we shall continue to build capacity in all core custom areas of classification, valuation, risk management, big data management, etc. We shall collaborate with other stakeholders in other areas deemed necessary. Sincerely, our doors are open for your contribution and collaboration.
He took time off to answer questions from reporters present at the occasion.
With regards to the issue of engagement with stakeholders, I wish to state here that since assumption, I have engaged with all vital stakeholders. I have met the agents. In fact, I visited the Commissioner of Police, all security agencies, terminal operators, individually and collectively. In fact, after this meeting, I am meeting the terminal operators for a high-level engagement too. So with regards to collaboration with the press, in fact, in the capacity building program I have highlighted here, we have a training group, and before time, we will call some of you to be resource persons in the training, because public relation is an aspect that, in fact, it's a living aspect. Everyone needs it. So in that regard, I think it's very essential at whatever level to have some elements of public relation. With regards to the harmonization of valuation database, I'm happy with that question because that has been an issue. I think with the NISIS 2 program deployment, maybe at the second stage, the valuation database will be automated, and it will be automated in such a way that using the VIN number, which gives you all the necessary description of a vehicle. It gives you the capacity of the vehicle, country of origin of the vehicle, type, brand, and what have you. And then it gives you the value. Meetings are going on to at least harmonize this position before deployment. So I'm sure in no distant time, transparency will definitely come in the clearance of motor vehicle.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Customs of the Federal Operation Unit Zone A has again intercepted vehicles worth millions of naira from smugglers. The Customs Area Controller also says that goods from smugglers were also intercepted along the nation's routes, where consignment worth billions was also intercepted.
We go on patrol, various types of patrol. There is land patrol, there is information patrol. One we have such, and in the course of doing our routine work, and because we are professionals, we know what we are looking for. That is how we go about intercepting these goods, and we will continue to do so.
So does it mean that
I have just told you that, okay, like some of the rice, like I told you, the Federal Operation Zone A covers the 6 southwestern states. Part of the rice we seized were seized from Oyo State, Oyo Osun State. In the course of doing that, in fact, 8 trucks of such rice were intercepted at that side. The Oyo State Command did their best, and it looked like as if the smugglers were trying to be stronger than them. We got wind of the information, we quickly moved in, and we were able to assist them and bringing down these 8 trucks of rice from that end.
So now we have 16 vehicles. 6 out of these vehicles were taken in a Kamat. The other 10 were intercepted on various locations within the zone. the vehicles have been brought here for various reasons. Lack of custom documents, meaning no duty has been paid to the federal government. Others, they have violated the procedure. Like I told you, even if you have paid the money and you have not to follow the guideline as stipulated by law, such goods will be liable to forfeiture. It is necessary, that's why we have help desk, various custom information. If you don't have any adequate information, go there in help desk, they will tell you, they will explain to you how to follow the due process so that you will not be caught and their goods will be arrested and forfeited to the federal government.
The cars we just paraded, the last time we came, one of the highest car then was going for like 40 million, 30 million, but we are seeing this one's going less than that. Are we now saying that people are beginning to follow the rules concerning payment of duties at the seaport?
They know too well that we have widened our scope of investigation, of patrols, and exchange of ideas and information. Wherever you think you are going to hide, you may not know that we are trailing you. By the time you reach your final bar, instead of even doing confrontation along the road, we will make sure that the moment you reach there, we will be there. Our informant, our other people we employ, by the time we just close on you, we bring this vehicle. They have learned a lot. They are learning the hard way. And I believe that's why this place now is being it has become very difficult for them, Lagos State and Ogun State. That's why they have started to ship to other states like Oyo and Osun, and we have started to trail them. We will continue to follow them until they are rooted out of the southwest zone.
The goods include assorted vehicles and also bags of rice that runs into millions of naira. The controller used the opportunity to warn importers and agents to desist from smuggling of goods into the country.
You know, when an individual or a corporate organization, the aim is to make a profit. They can go to any length and continue to do this. They are only praying that every time they will succeed and get away with that, because they are a profit-making organization. You know, this is life. Every person has his concept about life. They have to continue to live. And the way they feel they continue to live is by doing this economic sabotage. That is their belief. But to be rest assured, before long, most of them will be brought down to their knees. That's why now, having intensified our operational guideline in Lagos State, we have now started to separate our tentacle in other south. That's why we're able to bring the 8 trucks of rice in that zone, and we'll continue to do so.
You made a seizure of what, over 1 billion? The one you're making now, it appears is triple that amount of money. What incentive is the management preparing for your men?
First and foremost, it is the duty we sign to do as custom officer without necessarily anticipating for any incentive. If the management so wishes to give us an incentive in any form, having done a lot, that will be the decision of the management. But I want to bring it to your notice. Since my adoption of office here, the unit has received 3 commendation letters from the management appreciating the work we are doing, and that has further support us to continue to do more. You are also aware that some officers were promoted in line with what he did in relation to the armed seizure. They were decorated here in federal operation by the CGC himself. So whether promotion or by way of commendation or by saying, well done, you are doing well, that is an incentive as far as we are concerned. And whether with that or without that, we will continue to do our work, because we have to protect this society, because society is for all of us.
The area controller in charge of Muritala International Airport has said that the service will continue to generate more revenue for the nation. The area controller also said that any agent caught refusing to pay duty will face the law. She urged airport agents to continue to implement government policies that will further improve the growth of the Nigerian economy.
We've noticed some loopholes. Of course, there will always be loopholes. Even in your homes, there are loopholes.
It's your office.
So the other officers were in doing certain things. But I can assure you that those loopholes, whether they have to do with our officers, whether they have to do with the terminal operators, they will all be blocked. For instance, stealing of cargo by the agents due to transfer from one shed to another. For instance, transfer of cargo from the NACO shed to the SACOL shed. These consignments are being transferred and most of the times do not even get to those sheds. But since my resumption, I called the terminal operators. If you are going to apply to me that goods must be transferred from either NACO to SACOL, we're going to have an escort. You're going to reward the wordings of your letter by telling me that you're going to take liability. If those goods do not get to the terminal, you're going to be liable. And where duty is not accounted on any of this, because I've told them declaration must be attached to it. We must have declaration attached to it. And with that declaration, we'll be able to know what is the revenue, what's the duty that was meant to be paid on each consignment. They've met me, they've agreed to comply by that. And they've been doing it, actually. I saw some of those transfers, which I signed yesterday. Declarations are attached to it.
Operatives of the Nigerian Customs Service operating as semi-border have cracked down on smugglers and intercepted 2 trucks load of goods valued at 6 million naira. The command said it also seized cartons of smuggled tin tomatoes and 63 front and back light of used spare parts along Lagos-Badagry Expressway. The seized items have been deposited at government warehouse of the command. The area controller said that the new intelligence operational strategy adopted by the command had yielded positive results. He said that the command generated 1 billion naira in the first month of 2018.
We have intelligence report about these trucks. So we didn't follow the main border. We took it to the road, the new road they opened. That's why he followed. So our officers were tracking him. The trailer took even one way. When he come to our checkpoint, he took one way. Our boy followed him off to the Badagry roundabout. Imagine roundabout Badagry, a trailer taking one way. We thank God it was around 2 a.m. There's no much crowd there. Otherwise, you hear a lot of stories. So on the process, he took Lagos Road. So our officers have to take the other line and block him, arrest the vehicle. We even arrest the man. On the process of coming back here to the warehouse, around road safety before the bridge, road safety office, I don't know whatever he touched in the car, and the car just stopped. You see whether the clutch has burned, it's okay. It was around 2:30, no mechanic. He said he knew how to repair it. So in the process of repairing it, he took off. So before the crowd come, we have to secure the tomato. That's how we miss the defendant. The tomato is here up to now, nobody come for it. Nobody say he's the owner. This is 2,850 cartons. And you know it's not a small seizure. The last time you came, we have less than 5,000 bags of rice. So I can tell you now from January to date, as of now, we have about 8,000 plus. So you can see how every day we are making progress.
First and foremost, structurally, you can see the place is painted, the place is renewed. A lot of gadgets are put. The floor, as like I said, is now granite, no longer carpet. So structurally, yes, that has been done. You could see the toilets and all other areas have been fully renovated and equipped. And then secondly, the computers too are now new ones, and they are going to enhance the performance of our officers, and also the regular interaction between us and outside world. So what it means is that our work is going to be improved and improved tremendously, that we will be able to work at optimum size in order to meet the requirement of our stakeholders.
Are these computers connected to all the stations in the country?
Well, that's why it's a power ruling center. It's a center that connects us to all businesses where we do business with, and that's why we communicate with our respective units and commands, and this is why we connect with the banks and other stakeholders. So it's a robust system. It's a system that connects us to the world. It's web-based, you know very well. I'm sure the controller was explaining, with your Wi-Fi you can hook onto anything and then do some work, but not outside here. As soon as you hit your screen, you will see some of those rules stated out there. There's no use of phone allowed here. What that means, and you remember I was asking the ICT ACG, I said, is it use of phone or carrying phone? And he clarified it. There's no carrying of phone into this place. So what that means that there should be no temptation at all that you get a call or you want to flip and see what your messages are. Once you are here to work. If you have any reason to make a call as an officer, you have the chance to go and ask for the supervisor. He will grant you a chance. You go, pick your phone, make your call, and come back. But this place is prohibited for phones at any given time. And this is to make sure that we completely put a screen between our officers at work and outside world, because there shouldn't be any transmission while you're here.
Are these computers connected to all the stations in the country?
Well, that's why it's a power ruling center. It's a center that connects us to all businesses where we do business with, and that's why we communicate with our respective units and commands, and this is why we connect with the banks and other stakeholders. So it's a robust system. It's a system that connects us to the world. I must stress this, that one of my headaches is the past system of recent. And I want to say it very clearly that I will not condone any act of indiscretion, no matter how small it is, because I know the impact this has on our revenue. Of recent, there are a lot of things that are happening that we have just discovered. And for young officers like you, what I expect from you is diligence and work. Nothing more, nothing less. The future is bright if you uphold integrity and honesty. But if you think you can cut corners at this early age, it's going to cost you very dearly. Because I have no room for condoning any act of indiscretion. That is very true. So get it from me that I have a new group of people that are dedicated, that are committed, that will work for the Nigerian Customs Service and Nigeria as a whole. This is what I demand from you, and this is what I expect. Anything less than this is going to cost some of you dearly. I'm saying that from the bottom of my heart. I don't look at faces, I look at your own honesty, integrity, and commitment to this job. That's all I look at. That's all I look at. And as the young kids, many of you are not too old to be my children, if you ask my children, they know what I'm when you cross the line, the red line. So I'm going to treat you like that, because this is the time to mold you to be good, better CGS, the SCG and the DCG in future. This is the time to mold you. And the only way I can do is to make sure that we ensure that you follow the tenets of the profession as it is. Gone are the days when you think you can cut corners and get away with it. No. It It will not happen anymore. It will not happen anymore. So please, my colleagues, take your job seriously. Do it to the best of your ability. And God continue to guide us.
Just before I round up this week edition of the program, Customs Report, we brought you reports where the Federal Operation Unit intercepted and sorted cars worth millions of naira. For me, Igeseme Edine, thanks for watching.